Okay, here we go with this week's lecture, Chapter 4. And this is all about interest, percentages, and compound interest formulas. So I'll walk you through this and get you through this without a problem here. Number 1, compute the total cost per year of the following pair of expenses. Then complete this sentence. On an annual basis, the first set of expenses The first set of expenses is what percent of the second set of expenses? All right, so I've got, let's see, the first set of expenses, here's a format for you. The first set of expenses, A, is equal sign, what percent of the second set of expenses? Let's call that B. Okay, so here's a setup, and P of B, we would multiply that, and that would equal A. Then we can solve for P by dividing both sides by B. Okay, the B's cancel out, and you've got P equals A over B. So with numbers then, let's figure out the first set of expenses. Vern buys 4 lottery tickets each week at a cost of $5 each. Okay, so that's going to be 4 tickets at $5 each for a year now. So it would be times 52 weeks in a year. Okay, and what's that going to get you? 1040. And then Vern spends $850 per year on his textbooks. So that's the second set of expenses. Second set is $850. So looking at this, I could say the first set of expenses, which is 1040, is what percent P of the second set of expenses, which is 850. This we can multiply together. 850p equals the 1040. Divide both sides here by 850. $850s cancel out. So P equals 140 divided by 850 is 1.22, and then we have to change that to a percent. So we'll move that over 2 decimal places, and then our answer is going to be 122%. You can multiply that 1.22 times 100, or just move the decimal place over 2 places as well. Okay, so there is our answer. The first set of expenses is 122% of that second set of expenses. Okay, how about problem 2 now? Problem 2 has a formula here that we need. It says find a monthly interest payment in the situation described below. Assume that the monthly interest rate is 1/12 of the annual interest rate. So I want to find the monthly interest rate. And what we need in this one, it does not mention the word compound, so what we're looking for is to use the simple interest. Simple interest. If we needed compound formula, we would look for the word in the problem to tell us something is compounded. This is not, so the simple interest would be that the interest equals the principal times the rate times the time. And time is given in years, always given in years. So in this case here, you maintain an average balance of $600 on your credit card, which carries an 18% annual interest rate. How much is that monthly interest payment described below? All right, so we've got the interest equals the principal, which is the $600. That's what's on the credit card, times the rate, which is 18%. We write that in decimal form, 0.18, and times the time. And the time in this case is 1/12, 1 month out of 12. Okay, and that's it. Using your TI 83 or 84 calculator, you can put the 1 divided by 12 in parentheses and multiply it to the 600 times the 0.18. In any way you do that, you should come up with the value of 9. The interest per month is $9. Okay, next problem. Okay, next problem. For the example below, prorate the given expenses to find the monthly cost. All right, Sarah pays $5,400 for tuition and fees for each of the 2 semesters, plus an additional $260 for textbooks each semester. Okay, well, that's not too bad. I'm going to have what? $5,400 times 2, which is 10,800. And then how about the second part, plus an additional $260 for each semester. So it would be 260 times 2. And that's going to give you 520. Add these two numbers up. You get 11,320. And take that number and divide it by 12 to get our monthly cost. And the monthly cost is, round to the nearest dollar, would be $943. $943. There you go. Next, the expenses and income of an individual are given in table form to the right. Find the net monthly cash flow. It could be positive or negative. Assume salaries and wages are after taxes. When you need to convert between weeks and months, assume that 1 month equals 4 weeks. So we need to figure out the net monthly cash flow. So let's start off with, we've got income here, so let's list our income. Let's see if we can do this per month. So our income, little format for you to use. Income is the part-time job gives you $600 per month. Okay, that's what we want is monthly income, so we don't have to do any conversions there. The college fund from the grandparents is $300 a month. And then here I got something. I got the scholarship of $6,000 a year. So let's take that 6,000, divide it by 12, and that'll give you $500 a month income, monthly income. Okay, so we've got that, and that's going to be $1,400 is our monthly income. How about the expenses? Expenses are rent is $400 a month. Groceries, $60 a week. And our conversion here is 1 month equals 4 weeks. So if it's $60 every week, then it's going to be 60 times 4. So that's going to be $240 per month. Tuition and fees, $2,400 twice a year. $2,400 twice a year. So, you could double that up, times it by 2, and that'll give you $4,800. And divide that $4,800 by 12. and that's going to give you $400 a month in expenses. Incidentals, $80 a week. So take the 80 times it by 4, and that'll give you $320. There's your expenses. Add your expenses up, and what do you get? 6, 8, 10, 13. So what is the net monthly cash flow is how much? Your income minus your expenses will equal 40. You got $40 left over to do what you want. Okay, nice problem.